Hey everyone, this is a quick rundown of the Midjourney updates from July. The biggest news last month was the release of V8.2. The improvements that come with 8.2 are focused on aesthetics, image quality, and personalization. I've been doing a lot of testing, and I think images are coming out more creative, interesting, and sometimes weirder, but in a good way. 8.2 just feels like it's willing to take more aesthetic risks compared to 8.1, which is really fun to explore. Prompt adherence and text rendering feel about the same as 8.1 to me. Some prompts follow instructions better than before, others are a little worse. Both of these are somewhat dependent on the settings that you use. You can watch some of my other videos to learn more. Both prompt adherence and text rendering should improve with the V9 model, and we'll talk a lot more about personalization in a second. But first, to use 8.2, you can select it as your default model in your settings, or add --V8.2 to your prompts. And just a quick note on the --preview parameter, which is how Midjourney was letting us test drive early versions of 8.2. That parameter served its purpose and is no longer active, but I'm hoping that it'll come back once they get closer to a V9 release. Also, I'll be sending out an updated free parameters guide very soon if I haven't already, which will include updates for 8.2. I'll leave a link down below if you want to grab that. Okay, let's talk about personalization. Personalization got an upgrade with 8.2. Now when you go to the personalize page, you'll see a section for V8 profiles. Profiles created here use a new personalization system, which also means we have a whole new and larger pool of images to select from when we build our profiles. I've already set up a few V8 profiles of my own, and so far I think the images here in the scrolling grid are much more interesting and diverse, and I feel like it's easier to guide the profile in the direction that I want. If you need a refresher or introduction on personalization, I'll link some resources you can check out down below. Any new profile that you create here can be used with V8.1 and 8.2, but they cannot be used with the V7 model. You can, however, still use any of your V7 profiles with the V8 models. One other thing, there is not a global V8 profile to set up, so when you add --P to a V8 prompt without a profile code, it will currently grab your V7 global profile. So just a little quirk to be aware of there. Here's a comparison between V8.2's default style and a new personalization profile I made that I'm calling V8 General. For this profile, I basically just selected a diverse set of images that I liked, so I sort of treat it like what my global V8 profile would look like if there was such a thing. Feel free to try this profile in your own prompts. Here's another profile I made where my goal was to create surreal sci-fi images. If you want that profile code, you'll have to go over to my Patreon community. The text prompts that I use to create these images are pretty simple, so you can really get a strong sense of how much this profile is influencing the results. I strongly encourage you to try building a fresh profile that you can use with 8.2, even though you can keep using your existing profiles. There is one thing that you should be aware of that kind of tripped me up a bit at first. Your older profiles that work with both V7 and V8, so I'm talking about the ones in this V7 section here, each of these profiles will have two different alphanumeric codes. One that it uses for your V7 prompts and one for your V8 prompts. Let me show you what I mean. On the create page, I'll turn on personalization and make sure that my global V7 profile is selected. You can try this with any of your V7 profiles. Then submit a prompt using V7, 8.1, and 8.2. This is a batch prompt that I have here, so the same prompt gets submitted with the three different models. Now, when we look at the results, all three jobs have a tag over here that tells me that my global V7 personalization profile was used. But when I hover over each of these, you'll see that the V7 and 8.1 results use the same alphanumeric code, but 8.2 used a different one. This is nothing to be alarmed by. 8.2 is using the same profile. You'll just see a different code. And if you run the wrong code with the wrong model, it seems to automatically correct itself for you. So if you were wondering why your alphanumeric codes were changing, hopefully that clears it up. Overall, I'm really enjoying the new personalization system and just trying different image selection strategies to really lock in specific aesthetics. Let me know what you think of 8.2 and the new personalization. I know everyone, including me, is really wanting to see an omni-reference feature soon, so let's talk about that now. Omni-reference is intertwined with the new edit model that'll be coming out. The plan for release is a staged rollout. First, we should see an OREF-like feature coming to 8.1 and 8.2 very soon. After that's released, we'll get improvements to in-painting and out-painting, and then the rest of the editor features, which should include instruction-based editing and eventually features to change things like camera angles within a scene. From what I understand, a large chunk of the team is heavily focused on the editor. They're getting closer, but it's obviously taking more time than they expected, but at the very least, an omni-reference feature should be out soon. Next, we have a Niji update this month. Niji is Midjourney's set of anime-trained models, which now has its own Style Explorer and Style Creator. If you head over to nijijourney.com and log in using your regular Midjourney login, you'll see the Style Explorer is now populated with Niji-specific images. So you can browse and discover how SREF codes look with Niji 7 in the same way that you're used to on Midjourney's regular website. And any SREFs that you've previously added to your likes will now show Niji images, which I think is really cool. Again, this is only on nijijourney.com, so your likes on midjourney.com haven't changed. The Style Creator on Niji's website also now lets you fine-tune and build custom styles by selecting from Niji images. So if you're a Niji user, these are great ways to discover new styles and build your own custom styles. And if that's something that you've never done before, I have a video for you down below. The Niji team is working on a V8 model, which they've said could be ready for release before the end of August, though that's not set in stone. Midjourney's V9 model is in training, and the team says it's looking promising. It's expected to be a bigger model, and they're working on incorporating more data into it, but it's not clear how much of it will make it into V9 versus waiting for V10. No expected release date yet, but it's moving along well. Midjourney's working on a significant overhaul to the Create page, including a new prompt bar that visually shows your active settings in line, a new sidebar, and possibly a project-based system for organizing and collaborating. They're also exploring a real-time image creation experience, though that's still very early. And in other news, Midjourney made their first acquisition last month, bringing on CoStar and its founder to help build out their product and design team, which will support a lot of the website and mobile improvements. I'll leave a link to the full announcement down below. I do these wrap-up videos every month, so if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and maybe even joining my Patreon community. I'll be honest, the YouTube algorithm has not been the kindest to me lately, so if you really enjoy the videos that I make for you, consider checking out the community. It's the best place to find out when I post new videos, and you'll also find a ton of other resources like monthly prompt guides and other video tutorials. Last month's guide focused on pen and ink sketches and storybook SREFs. It's also a great place to check out my Midjourney course. As always, I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.